Hi guys, my name is Kylan Kramer. Thank you for listening to me today. So let's get started. You eat it every day. A hot dog at a baseball game, a burger at a barbecue. You eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Meat products, that is. But did you know that eating this every day is killing you? And what if I gave you one simple fix that could help save your life in the long run? Do you think you would do it? According to award-winning health documentary, The Game Changers, more than 60% of all global deaths are due to chronic diseases and conditions such as cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and certain cancers. And poor diet is considered a major contributor in all of these. Global health authorities concur that the leading cause of death worldwide is also diet, which beats out smoking. Still not convinced? Well, the CDC confirms that about 647,000 Americans die from heart disease each year. That's about 1 in every 4 deaths. So if you're not interested in your own well-being, then maybe you care about the environment or even your wallet. Even with the knowledge of this problem and how a meat product-based diet is affecting it, people are not taking steps to mitigate this simple issue. Like I said, every year heart disease is the leading cause of death for us Americans. But heart disease also costs the United States about $219 billion each year. And global spending for prescription drugs is surpassing $1 trillion annually, and the US accounts for about 1/3 of this market. Part of the reason why we spend so much money on pharmaceuticals is because people have been conditioned to believe that the diseases we get and die from are largely blamed on our genes, but genes only make up about 10 to 20% of the risk. The best proof we have of this is when analyzing health outcomes of people who move to countries where people have different genetic makeups and backgrounds. So while rates of heart disease and major cancers can vary up to 100-fold across population around the globe, when people move to countries with different lifestyle habits, their rates of disease almost always begin to match those of their new country. If these diseases were primarily genetic, adopting a new lifestyle and dietary habits would have little impact on what diseases they get and how often. The simple answer to this problem is to just have a plant-based diet. So if you need more info, we can include science into the conversation. Changing your diet to plant-based creates optimal fuel for your body. It increases your blood flow. It improves your muscle efficiency and also reduces inflammation. You might even get that summer body you were hoping for. Because research has shown that meat and other animal products contain a wide range of pro-inflammatory compounds and molecules, including bacterial endotoxins, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, and things like nitrosamines and trimethylamine and oxide. These words are scary, and you're right. The damage they inflict can be extremely severe, and research shows that a single hamburger can increase measures of inflammation by 70%. But plants fall on the opposite end of the spectrum, and they come naturally packed with high doses of anti-inflammatory compounds and powerful antioxidants. And the contrast between these two classes of foods is extremely dramatic, because plants have on average 64 times the antioxidant content of animal foods. And this helps to explain why switching to a plant-based diet can reduce measures of inflammation by 29% in just 3 weeks. And its environmental impacts are just as great. Because in the US, meat consumption is 3 times the global average. And so by shifting away from an animal-based diet, you could reduce agricultural emissions by 73%, saving 1 million liters of water per person per year. Globally, this would look like freeing up about 3.1 hectares, which is the size of Africa, and it would take pressure off the world's most endangered ecosystems and species. So I know this is a lot to take in, and at this point you might be convinced about why you should change your diet to plant-based, but you might be wondering how you could possibly make this huge switch. Well, other people did. And in that documentary, The Game Changers, the film follows a New York Fire Department initiative that promotes plant-based diets because 67% of firefighter line-of-duty deaths are caused by heart attacks. They provided the firemen with all the necessary plant-based foods for a week worth of meals. So basically they went in with a bunch of brown bags, gave it to the firefighters, and they reported back. Their blood was then tested for blood pressure, cholesterol, and they wanted to see the changes from when they weren't eating a plant-based diet to when they were. And every single firefighter's cholesterol was lowered, some even by 100 points. A lot of them lost significant amount of weight, which was awesome, and they reported to be pretty happy. So these firemen gave it a try, and now they're almost 50% less likely to die of a heart attack. They just did one simple step, one short week, and it's saving them a lifetime. So it's time for you to make the switch. A plant-based diet is necessary for your health, the health of our planet, and your wallet. It is a gradual process, but it's definitely one that you have to take. So ditch meat and pharmaceuticals for an apple and a healthy heart. Thanks.